pass. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. A play fake. Now Cunningham. Flushed out right. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throw out wide by Cunningham, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Let's go now. Hot 70, hot 70. 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Mustang 19.
On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. Flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Watson. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Following the fumble recovery, Cunningham. That's caught by Jackson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And, it's incomplete. That would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
street. Stop me, Ranger. Stop me, Ranger. Hurt, hurt. Rig, rig.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. Right side caught by Jackson. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. In motion left goes Carmichael. On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
From the 38, Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Foster on second down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. From the gun on third, Watson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now Cunningham. Out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive a touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, 1 more good rep, and they get off the field.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. There again is Cooks, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Watson now to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On the counter, here's McCoy. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Again, it's Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Set.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On first down, it's Cunningham. It's Jackson again on the reception. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Cunningham, rolling to his right. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
19 tight, 19 tight. Hey, Trash. 79 Broncos.
Cunningham. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Here we go, check. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Rattler, 18 Rattler. Dragon 60. Warrior 70. Cup 19. Cup 19.
The final shot before break. Cunningham. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Hook up a 15 yards there. And it'll be second down. The slot man in motion right. Throwing again on second down. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now Watson, he's going to back away and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Watson. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To the air yet again, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Daniels. Here we go on 4th. Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And oh, that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Going up the middle, Foster. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Watson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing just outside his own goal line. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Now Cunningham. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Alert! Alert!
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Panther Street! Panther Street! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
A play fake. Now Cunningham. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. It's a jet sweep as they get this to Jackson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
On 4th down, Cunningham. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, 44 yards. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins from 19 yards away. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Out of the gun, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. After the sack on first down, Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Operating from the gun, Watson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And no timeout.
Watson looks to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Trucks over him. And he's got room. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
To throw on second down, Cunningham going down the middle, and it's complete. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off play action, it's Cunningham. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
65.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 35 yards. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. They'll elect to bring it out here for the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return, Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that. And this is caught. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Okay, ready? Hurry, hurry! Hurry, hurry! Cougar 19! Dragon 60!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown through the air for them. And for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They keep it in the hands of Foster. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Trap 50, trap 50. Street, street. Go.
Cunningham looking to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he's got it inside the 10. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
18, right here. Ready?
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie